controlling it with my phone. How cool is that? Hey everybody, my name's Leo Wells. Today, on our new little review kick that we've got going on here, I'm going to review a 2017 Ford Expedition. It's a pretty sweet SUV. We picked it up as a rental car. We're going to take a trip with it. Initially, this video is going to start off just showing you the inside, the outside, and talking to you about the specs that I do know on it. It's pretty new to me, obviously, because I don't really know much about a 2017 Ford Expedition. I don't own one. But the few things I have found, I think you guys will think are really cool. There's a lot of neat, nerdy settings on this thing, a little bit of tech built into it that maybe some people wouldn't expect. I think the base price on this one, this is the XLT, is about $47,000. Now they've moved on to the 2018 model, but for those of you that have a 2017, you're thinking about picking up one of these used, hopefully this video will help you convince you or not convince you to get one. So here we go. All these neat little touches. Fog lights. 18-inch wheels. It's got that keypad entry thing. Roof rack on the top. Running boards. Sits up pretty tall. Running boards are helpful. Has the little gas capless gas cap. I like these kind of squared off taillights. Not sure how I feel about this because it's totally chrome and reflective, but it does add a nice touch to it. Here's the rear parking sensors and the rear camera, so you don't run into children and small animals. Show you up here on the roof. Not much to see, but I'll show you anyway. Got that ecoboost motor. That's about it for the exterior. Let's take a look at the inside, starting with the hatch. It's not a power lift gate. You would think for something that's in the $40,000 range that this might be a power lift gate, but it isn't. Right now we've got the rear seats folded flat. You can see there's quite a bit of room in here. Now if we fold these rear seats up, the third row seats, you'll see there's actually not a lot of cargo room. So to really get all the cargo space that you need, you'd have to have those this third row seat down. Got a little place to sit stuff back here. 2 cup holders on the driver's side. Got 1 cup holder on that side. And I'm pretty sure, like the back window, you see those stripes that go across. That's for the rear defrost. I think these stripes that go across are for the antenna of the car. But it kind of looks like they're there for, you know, defrost purposes. The thing it comes across, it's got your stuff to change your tire in it. That looks like the thing you would use if you run out of gas and you're trying to get the nozzle in that capless fuel tank. What's this thing? I guess that's the cubby where you stash your goodies. I'm gonna actually crawl in here and sit these rear seats up so I can show you the cargo room. That one, this one. Okay, so this is the kind of cargo room you're looking at if you got these third seats up. I mean, it's maybe what, like solid 1.25 feet from the back of the seat here. Not a lot of room. You'd struggle to fit like one decent sized suitcase back here. I know the older ones don't do this, but this one sure does. It's got the headrests for the third row passengers. Now I did put those up while you're driving, and it gives you really limited viewing from your rear view mirror because all you can see out is this little spot right here. So if no one's back here, definitely just put the headrest down so you can see better. It's got a little pull tab on the other side. You see where my hand is? Pull it and then flop down. rear seats. Pretty big door. Surprisingly, it doesn't feel like it opens up as much as it should back here, but it's a pretty wide area to stuff your body in. My kid's got this center seat down, but it does sit 3 across here in the center row. Looks like it'll seat 3 across back here as well. So you're looking at an 8-seater capability here. A lot of leg room in the 3rd row, like more than you would think right there. And decent leg room here. So I'll get in and I'll show you how much room I've got. Nice handle right there. Now if you look up, you've got your little lights, 2 dome lights here for the center. Looks like the rear's got that single light there in the back. It's got these little heater, air conditioner vents, one right there, one right there. And then you've got 2 right here for the center row passengers. Now I'm gonna fold this center seat up. Oh, first of all, leg room. I'm 5'8", and I can stretch my legs out pretty decent. I would say if you're a 6-footer, you might be able to fit back here. You know, just something to think about. That looks nice, that view right there. I'm gonna put the center thing up. It's got the latch thing for car seats. Right here, this is the center stack, right? So you've got cup holders. You've also got kind of cup holders. You could stick a small Dutch Bros cup in there. Got the pockets in the rear seats. And then these controls right here are pretty cool. You've got a plug in so that the kids can have, you know, power and charge their little electronic gadgets on a trip. They can control the radio from back here. Not sure how I feel about that. I'm sure there's a way to turn it off. And then there's climate control where you can direct this at your feet or your face. Now the driver's seat. Now, as you can see, we've got manufacture date 4/17, so it's a 2017 model. Decent trim on all the parts in here. Power seat. We've also got power adjustable pedals for your feet. Headlight control. It even has fog lights, I showed you there. We've got parking lights. Not sure how well you can tell, but the parking lights look pretty aggressive. It'll look cooler when it gets darker. And we got regular headlight mode, auto headlights, and if you pull it out, you turn on your fog lights. Excuse all my junk. Pretty comfortable seats too. Let's hop in. Nice solid sounding door. Now you're greeted with the stuff going on up here. Let's go ahead and start it up. Turn off all the vent things here. Let's hear how that sounds outside. All right, now the more slightly interesting stuff. We've got steering wheel controls, of course, for all of our goodies. We're gonna take a look up here. Right now we're set to off-road status. But if you go back over here, this is your main menu. It starts with display mode. It shows you how many miles until it's empty. It shows you, trip 1 and trip 2 and all your stats. And then on the third screen, it shows you fuel economy. Now it's got this section for towing. Now in towing, it says trailer status, trailer disconnected, but it looks like you can add a trailer to this thing. It's got trailer sway control. You know, you can change the trailers, change trailer settings. It's really quite advanced. Even has a connection checklist, so if you run down this thing, it gives you little tips as to, you know, what to check before you take off. Then we've got an off-road section. This part's fun. Now in the off-road section, this is the part that gets super nerdy. It shows you basically your driveline status right there in the middle where the power's going, and it shows you if the vehicle's elevated or not, if it's tilted to the left or to the right, like if you're on climbing up a hill or a bank or something like that. I'll go ahead and start this up and show you what it does when you put it in four-wheel drive here. Okay, so you see that center where it's got the little picture of the driveline. Go ahead and put it in four-wheel automatic, and now you've got them all lit up. Four-wheel high, there's not going to be any changes. And then of course it's dummy proof, so it doesn't let you put it in four low if you're in a gear, any gear, parking, reverse, neutral, drive. Well, neutral, of course, neutral is where you want to be for that, but and back into two wheel, and it takes away the power to the front. The next screen down on this one is pretty cool. It shows power distribution. I don't really know how this works, but I think it's going to show you how much power is going to the front and the back, because it's got little bracket on the front and a little bracket down below. And then we've got settings. So we got distance till empty, which shows you, how far you can drive before you run out of gas. Rear parking aid, I'll show you that in a minute. Advanced settings, so you got lighting, auto lamp delay. You've got locks, so when you start going, it automatically locks all the doors so people can't get you when you're driving. Oil life, wipers, courtesy wipe. That's where when you spray your windshield and it leaves that little bit behind, there's a little bit of a delay and it does a single wipe there at the end for you. So that's all the settings in there. I like to leave it on the fuel one. I like those stats there. Also, these gauges are like a pretty blue color. They light up really nice. Stereo's Bluetooth. It has Sirius built into it, but there's no subscription on it because it's a rental car. I think that's some sort of hill descent assist. Again, I didn't look this stuff up, guys, but if you're going to buy it, of course, you're going to pay much more attention to it than me. Traction stability control on or off. It's got perfect little spots for your iPhone or Android, I guess. Little cubbies where you can put your Dutch Bros card in there, your stamp card. No sunroof. I'm not sure if that's an option. I know there's some higher end models. The Platinum or something, that one might have it. I think this is a speaker for Bluetooth. When your phone's connected, you've got the garage door stuff. Spots for your sweet sunglasses. Oh, hello there. Let's take a look under the hood. Oh, hi there. It's got a 3.5 liter V6. It's the EcoBoost variety. Kind of dirty under here, isn't it? Doesn't look like it would be too hard to work on, honestly. There's a lot of room. All right, that concludes basically the tour of the vehicle. We'll do some driving around and stuff, and I'll give you my thoughts on it here in the next few little bits. So I just figured out what that power distribution thing is. Don't worry, I'm not on a city street here. If you look at power distribution and then you hit the fuel or hit the gas pedal, right? It shows you which wheels are getting power on there. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Let me try to get a different shot. But if you look to the left and the right of the vehicle here, you see little blue lines sort of fill up there. And I just kind of made it slide on some ice a little bit. Not really slide, but we slipped a little bit and it showed power going to the front more and then to the rear more, depending on which wheels were on the ice. It was pretty cool. And now if you look at this view, as I turn the wheel, it shows which degree angle the wheels are turned at. It's pretty cool. hit the unlock button, look what it does. That's the driver's door right there. Does it on the passenger side too. So cool. Little floodlight, little puddle light. So I was just editing this and realized I'm not very good at ending videos. So with this one, I did want to give you some final thoughts on this car though. Took it up to Portland and back and basically had no issues with it. Has plenty of power to pull in and off freeways and stuff like that. And it's probably quicker than most cars. I think 0 to 60 is around 6.5 seconds. That's just based on a couple of little runs I did with it just to see how good it would do. Carried a lot of stuff. We came back with a cargo area full of stuff, and it did really good in the snow too. So we took it up in the snow and got it in some mud as well, and it was pretty much just unstoppable like you would imagine. So got 18 miles to the gallon on the highway and freeways. Not quite the 21 that the window sticker says it would get, but overall it's a really cool rig, very big, spacious, very quiet on the highway. The 0 to 60 clip that you just saw, the windows were down, so that's why it sounded kind of loud, but at freeway speeds, it's very quiet. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, definitely let me know by hitting the like button or leaving a comment down below. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.